like that.
Right. And you know what? There is a way to do what they did with Danielson and do it correctly, where you can have someone kind of play devil's advocate and say, well, you know, look, it's great he was this very accomplished independent wrestler, but he's now got to prove himself all over again here in the WWE. Now we see if he's as good as he thinks he is. The problem is you have Michael Cole, who has no credibility. I don't care what anybody says. Michael Cole calling someone a dork is the equivalent of, you know, me calling someone easily frustrated. Yes. I have no one to talk because I get pissed off and scream and yell things all the time. Or, you know what? It'd be like James criticizing someone for being insensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, you know what? James won't care that I said that because that's James Walsh. You know? But it's like, and then, I mean, not only that, they just had him lose all the time. It was like every match he wrestled and he lost, so then it's kind of like, okay, Cole's right, because he isn't winning. He's losing all the time. You know, there's a right way and a wrong way to every story. And, that's why I'm thrilled to see that they're doing the right way with, you know, Sin Cara, where, you know, maybe eventually you can have someone say, well, look, I mean, this guy's very talented, but he's still got to prove himself here in the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is kind of ironic because on Monday, I think they said, and I think Michael Cole went, well, you know, Sin Cara hasn't faced the quality of opponent like Alex Riley yet. I'm like, dude, it's Alex Riley. He's a jobber.
He's a sidekick.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. It'd be like in the old Ninja Turtles cartoon if someone said, well, we'll see how good this guy is. He could be Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, Bebop and Rocksteady there. It's amazing. They were like two big fucking animals, and they got their asses kicked every single episode. It was weird.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the draft next week, unfortunately, the brands don't mean anything. See, back when the brands actually meant something and the shows were separate, there was a sort of excitement about the idea of guys changing shows. But the brands aren't there, and unfortunately, I mean, we kind of saw what happened when SmackDown got going and got really, really good. When they when they brought CM Punk over and they said, you're going to be our top villain, and then The Undertaker came back and fucked it all over. And no, we're not going to give up on criticizing that.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest, I lost a lot of respect for Undertaker when that happened. So, you know, it showed me that he's not willing to help build new stars. And since then, he hasn't helped to make up for it. The only person he's put over was Kane, and Kane, I mean, give me a fucking break. He fizzled out before you did, buddy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, which, but I know, technically, spoiler alert, but I don't think anyone cares. The WWE Tag Team titles once again prove that they must be destroyed because now Kane and the Big Show are champions again.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Yeah, but you know what, Patrick, you said this a few months ago, and I agree with you. Just get rid of them. The belts mean nothing. They change hands way too often. The teams never get over. And I'll go a step further. Those are the worst-looking belts in wrestling. I think the Divas title looks better than those stupid Ottawa Senators belts.
Yeah, they don't look good, but no, I've said it before. I'm at a point right now where I would be less upset if they weren't there at all. I mean, that's how poorly the tag team division has been treated. Vince McMahon is not going to put any effort into it, so why keep that false hope alive? Why even have them there if you don't want to put an effort into them? And, you know, you're not really giving a spot to anybody because it's a spot over nothing. I mean, it's just a nothing spot.
And I hate to say this, but I mean, you have to look at it. How many people are former like WWE Tag Team champions, and that's one of the in like the past decade or so, how many of the former WWE Tag Team Champions, that was like their first big push, have gone on to done very well for themselves? Maybe Morrison, but that's about it.
Miz to a degree, but then again, even them, I mean, okay, when they were tag team champions, it didn't matter. They got bumped off WrestleMania one year. And like if they got over after being tag team champion, it was in spite of being poorly used while being tag team champion. Had nothing to do with that. I mean, them being tag team champions had nothing to do with them getting a push later on.
Yeah, well, the way they got their push was, and some people will say I'm lying here, but it's true, is that they had that segment on WWE.com, the Dirt Sheet, which basically they did all on their own, and that got over, and the creative team realized, wow, these guys are pretty good, so they started using them more. And, you know, we've seen it where Orson is one of our favorites. You and I both like The Miz. Unfortunately, I don't think either of us necessarily are very happy with the way they get booked right now.
No, well, I mean, Miz they at least kept the title on him at WrestleMania. I'll give them credit for that. But yeah, I mean, Morrison's just so up and down all the time that I've lost hope that he's ever going to make it to a big level.
I hate to say this. I think what will happen will be he will make it someday, but by that point, any excitement we would have for it will be dead. Like, John Morrison's WWE champion. Oh, okay, you know, so 5 years too late.
Maybe, but yeah, I've actually got to go now. So, is there anything you want to talk about before we head on out?
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna. It's next week, but I want to wish some luck. I want to give a shout out of luck to Ryan Jensen, Jake Ellenberger, and Jason, the real hitman, Jason Brills, who will be fighting at UFC 129. All three are out of Omaha, and all three train out of the gym I'm currently working out at Premier Combat.
Sounds cool.